This is a process that you can use if you're feeling parts of your body that are feeling especially tight, or you're just having really specific pain that you're struggling with and want to explore more. This is best done when your body is already feeling fairly safe and relaxed. So if you're feeling a lot of charge up or energy up that needs to be released, go ahead and release that now using another tool, and then you can come back and visit this one. So just taking a moment to drop down, noticing your safety, your surroundings, noticing any sounds, smells, or tastes. Bringing in some touch. Noticing right here, right now, how your body continues to breathe you. And allowing yourself to start deepening into your breath. As you do that, inviting in your authentic wisdom to be leading and guiding you, giving her full permission to begin to clear anything that is just ready to be cleared. And then invite in your authentic wisdom to bring attention to an area, a muscle, a tightness, or a pain that is the right thing for you to focus on right now. It may have been exactly what you were intending to do this for, or something else might pop up and surprise you a little bit, but trusting your authentic wisdom's guidance and knowing that you can repeat this process on different areas as needed. But just focus on one area at a time. So as you start to bring awareness to this area, let's use that language of sensation to notice the boundaries of it. Where is it located? Notice if it's one pinpoint area or one very well-defined area, or if it radiates out, has blurry boundaries, or is constantly shifting and moving. Noticing a bit beyond its boundaries and seeing if there's any remnants of it there. Noticing any color, any texture. Is it solid, heavy, light, gaseous? Taking the time you need here, and just a gentle reminder that you can always pause this audio to take more time at any moment. But then we're going to check in to how are you feeling towards this area, towards the sensation. Now that you've brought it into fuller awareness, what emotions are coming up towards it? Is there frustration, wanting it to be gone? Sadness, curiosity, anger? Whatever it is you're feeling, take the time to step back into that feeling and let's give that some space and expression. So take some time to use your language of sensation of that emotion, noticing where that is located in the body. So you might have pain in your low back that you originally were noticing, but we're now stepping back into maybe there is anger towards it being there. So where is that anger located in your body? And then noticing the shape, color, texture, solidness or not to it. And whatever you land on with this, we're going to ask that once you've brought this layer into awareness of how you're feeling towards it, let's give that some validation, because however it is you are feeling towards it is so valid. So let's let it know that it is so valid and so allowed here. And then let's see if we can ask it to take a step back and to give you some space so you can work with this area directly that we originally started with. And knowing that if you need to, you can always come back and use the AAA process for that other part. Now, if there are multiple layers, well, what we're going to do is come back to the original area and check into how you are feeling towards it now. If you've gotten some space, you should be coming to a place of neutrality or curiosity, but you might not be there yet, and that is okay. Never force that. So if you are feeling another emotion towards it, or there is this feeling of like, I just want this to be gone, hurry up and get on with this so I can get this thing away, we're going to step back and work with that as well in the same way you just did. So I'll allow you to pause here and do that on your own. But once you've come to a place of, again, of neutrality or curiosity where you can just be here with it, we're going to ask it some questions. Let's get to know and explore it. Starting with, what are you here for? And with each question, you might have some answers to some, and others you might not have an answer for. I'm going to offer multiple questions here. Take the ones that resonate, leave the ones behind that just don't feel right. And again, you can always pause if you need more time. Then asking, how long have you been here for? How much of you, of this part, this feeling, this sensation, is authentically created by you? Just noticing a percentage that pops up. If there's a percentage of it that is not yours, asking whatever is ready to just be cleared. Asking your authentic wisdom to help that part clear. Checking in with how old does it think that you are? So asking it, how old do you think I am? What do you think will happen if this part takes a break? So if it's a tight muscle, checking into what do you think will happen if you release? Noticing what answers you get here. If it's a certain pain, just asking, what happens if you are no longer here and present? As you ask these questions, begin to then also notice in your whole body any shifting that may or may not be occurring. There's never any right answers or nothing that has to happen. Notice if the area itself is shifting. Notice if other areas of your body are responding in a different way. Checking in overall, how are you feeling right now? And then how are you feeling towards it? Now that it's provided you with this more information about why it's here. And as you've found out these answers, do any of them, again, never forcing this, but have you come to a place of compassion for it? Often these areas are here to protect us. And as we start to realize that, we can bring in some compassion. But if you're not quite there yet, again, don't need to force that. If you are in a place of compassion, starting to bring in some thanks and gratitude, honoring it for all the hard work it's done. And if there's parts of you that don't like some of it when it's done, again, you can take a moment to step back into those. Ask them to take a step back while you work with this part directly. There may be a lot of layers when it comes to some of these areas. We want to take the time to move through these layers. Then once you're at a place of genuine compassion and understanding of why it's been here, and maybe what it just thought its purpose was, can you begin to update it to your current time and reality? Chances are, and again, everyone's going to be different here, but chances are it may have thought that you were much younger than you were, or it might have been from a different time, where it is not aware that it is whatever date it is, noting the date. And it might not be aware that you are now an adult with your own resources. Showing it whatever resources help to bring in safety for you, whether that's having your own home, food in the fridge, the ability to go and get food even if your fridge is empty right now, having a certain amount of money in the bank account, just having access to a credit card or a car, maybe someone in your life that helps you bring in support and safety. Whatever your safety resources are, bringing those in and showing them to this part. Just letting it take a little tour of your life. And as it's doing that, allowing it to begin to shift, noticing if it is shifting. And checking in, does it want to take a break? It has been serving you for chances are a long time. How would it feel about taking a break? Or maybe serving you in a different way that is more up to date for your current needs and reality and resources. Again, checking in, asking it what it wants. This work is done with compassion. We can't force it to do anything it doesn't want. And maybe checking into what support does it need. Maybe if it's been working really hard, it just wants to lay in a hammock and it needs some drinks and food. You get to give it whatever it needs in your mind's eye. And you might find that you may want to bring this process into some of the other processes. Maybe it is helping it evolve into a different form of protection, or helping it fully retire, throwing it a party. You might want to spend a little bit more time doing that. Or it might just want to hang out with you to just get to know your current time and resources. It might feel a little scared about letting go, so it might just need a little bit more time to hang with you and see that. So what support it needs is going to differ, just allowing it to have what it has or what it needs. And then thanking it for this communication it's opened up with you. If it's ready to be cleared, giving it full permission to be cleared, go hang out on a beach, wherever it wants to go. Or maybe just take a step back and take a break, but still be with you for when it is needed again. And then just checking in with your body and starting to update it to this whole experience. Letting it know, however, this has shifted. Bringing in some safety to that. Maybe crossing your arms and bringing in some tapping or some gentle soothing to your body. Allowing your authentic wisdom to help update your nervous system to this communication and any energy shifting that just happened here. And you might feel complete at this, or if it feels like you need one more piece, feel free to bring in your authentic wisdom directly and ask, what is the next step to take here? And allowing that answer to come either right now or it might come in the following hours or days. Either way, Thanking your authentic wisdom for leading and guiding this process, and trusting that she will help continue to update your nervous system even beyond this process. Taking a few more breaths here. Slowly coming into your surroundings by opening your eyes, wiggling your fingers and your toes, and coming in to the here and the now.